Right? Unless you're like me, who gets fueled by haters. If you're somebody like me, like my mom was my biggest hater growing up. Right. Growing up, like my mom, anything I said I was going to do, she was like, oh, you can't do that, honey, because you've never done it before. And by the way, the word because is a very powerful word. Anything you put after because is empowered by the word itself. So if I said, you've heard the study, can I make a copy because I need to make a copy? 40% more conversion rate because the word because was put in there. It's a hypnotic word. It's a very powerful tool. So in sales, by the way, you can use that. But my mom used to say, you've never done that before because you're lazy, or you could never do that because you've never done it before. And that was at one point my belief system. But somewhere around that teenage year, I went through a little transition. Who here has ever gone through a transition where suddenly the things that they were told to do, they were like, no, I'm going against that. So I became very rebellious. So when somebody says I can't do something, something inside of me says, challenge accepted, game on, let's go. Let's see what happens now. Well, now I have to do it because I was told it's impossible. And here's something that successful people know. Barriers to entry means other people are dropping off. The harder something is, the more interesting it is to me. If the reward on the other side justifies the work, I will go after the hard thing before I go after the easy thing. This has in some cases, made things difficult because it doesn't always have to be difficult. Be aware of when it is easier just to grab the thing in front of you. Sometimes it is that good. And Kim, you've had experiences where it really was that good. It was just not too good to be true. It truly was good. Yes. So there are those moments. But sometimes when there's a barrier to entry, and somebody's telling you can't be done, that's a sign that you should do it. That's a sign that it is possible to be done. Now, if it's your coach and mentor, and they have a lot of experience in this, and they have what you're looking for, it may make sense to adjust your opinion or your plan on how you get there. Is that okay? And scary if that's okay, right? But if a coach or mentor says something is impossible for you, I would get a new coach. Just me. Excellent. We're getting something here. Valuable? All right, we're going to keep going. So we got 2 more left, and then we're going to talk about recession proof. 7, get started, right? Wherever you're at, just get started. It doesn't, we go back to just get on with it. That is every single day an energy thing where it's just remind yourself to go back to it, remind yourself to go back to it, just go back to it, just go back to it. 7 with get started is more about doing today wherever you're at. Just start with where you're at today. Go. The next thing is get started again. The next thing, get started again. You're always going to be starting. As your plan adjusts, remember we talked about the plan was step 2. As your plan adjusts, you're going to be starting over and over and over every day with a new plan. In fact, me and Dorina, I won't say argue, but we have these discords every so often where she'll tell me, oh, you're changing the plan again. And the truth is I'm not changing the plan. I'm adding to the existing plan. And now we're getting started all over again. And Kim, you've ever felt like that in your life? It's like I'm starting fresh, starting over. Just do it, right? Don't be afraid. Well, it feels like I'm starting over. Maybe I shouldn't do that because, I don't want to start over. But some things are worthy to be started over. If you're going the wrong direction, you found out this doesn't add to the value that you're looking for, you must turn around. You must change course. You must change direction. And the faster you're moving, right? When you get big momentum behind you, and you're like, for Alchemist Nation, we've got almost 300 people behind us. When I go choose a direction, that's a mob behind me. That's an army behind me. But if I get there first and I recognize I've moved everybody in the wrong direction, I got to pivot quick. Does that make sense? Like, it's a whole nation of people who are moving. If I don't move fast enough, they could go off the ledge. So the leader, write this down. If you're a leader in your company, in your family, in your business, you must get there first to identify if it's safe and if it makes sense. You must move fast. You must be moving faster than anybody in your organization so that you can see ahead. And you must rely on other people who are ahead of you. This is why I use mentors, coaches, people who have experience, because I'm leveraging the fact that they're ahead of me. They can warn me of things that are coming up so I can prepare, everybody behind me, like, hey, this is what's going to happen. This is why I've been studying and speaking to top economists on what's going on with the economy right now. Where is this recession going? What's making a lot of sense? What should we do about it? And I've come up with a very simple strategy that works for everybody. 8, reward yourself. Reward yourself daily, reward yourself hourly, reward yourself weekly. Make sure that you have things set in place so that you feel good about the things you're doing. When I was doing those calls, when I was doing the 70 calls a week, live Zoom, like coaching one-on-one calls, it's not just pick up the phone and like have a conversation with somebody. This was live, 15 to 30 minute Zoom sessions, doing the Millionaire Path consultations with people. I had to reward myself in between every call. And sometimes it would be a glass of water. Sometimes I would jump up and I just, stretch. I'm like, feels great. On to the next. And I'd give myself some sort of excitement. I'd listen to a song right in between the next set. And sometimes that song, just that little, 30 seconds or a minute of juice made me feel good again. Hands to the camera, a couple of different ways to reward yourself throughout the day. At the end of the week, me and Dorina have rituals that we do to reward ourselves. I get Sunday off. Every Sunday, I got to myself to think. I get to meditate. I get to read a book. I read The Science of Getting Rich. Although this week, I'll be reading Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill again, going back to the basics. And I get to listen to music. I get to go out to the pool. I get all Sunday. I do whatever I want. I shut off the phone. The whole community knows, don't text Walter on Sunday. Nothing's going to happen. That's how I reward myself for 6 days of pushing hard. Hands Karen, if you get Sundays too. Right. If you deserve Sundays, absolutely. I believe everybody does. Everybody deserves one day off. Even God took a day off. Right. And he's like an eternal celestial being. So if he took one off, I think you get to take one off. So when we talk about the recession, there is something coming. It's not coming. It's upon us. It's okay. It's just an economical condition. Right. It just means that the world around you is going to be experiencing emotionally a lot of pain. Now, it's our job to solve problems. Hands to if you believe entrepreneurs solve problems for a living. That's what we do. Well, there's no bigger problem than an economic recession. Everybody is suffering. And so it's our opportunity to step up. If maybe in the past we didn't know what to do or how to serve, there's now an opportunity been created for us to step up, to level up, to help people. And when we help people, even if they don't have money, guess what? They always find the money to pay and help the people who help them. This is human nature, the law of reciprocity. So we're going to go through a recession coming up. It's already in it. We're already experiencing it. We're seeing our properties that we put on the market fall out of, the deals fall apart. We're seeing things that normally would have sold like this no longer selling quickly. Interest rates are going up. Home prices haven't come down, but they are stagnating. They're running sideways right now. We've seen the stock market drop. 2 years of losses. Like all the 2 years of gains completely wiped out. So anybody who was in the stock market, for the last 2 years and the S&P has lost everything for the last 2 years. Hands to the camera if you've seen that, somebody who's experienced that right now. Crypto, same scenario, right? Everything has been completely wiped free. They thought they'd never go under 30,000 on Bitcoin. They're down at 20. We saw it as low as 18.5. All right. Mitch Jorsky's like, yes, buying opportunity because he's got the abundance mindset. He understands an investor. During this period, there are a couple of careers that are going to be explosive. There are things that will continue to explode and grow.